going to do my best to try and conjure up the energy to make this video have the energy that it deserves in order to talk about today. Today was honestly an incredible day. It is Monday, April 13th, 2026, and we had a very full and complete day, plus are on track for a really big milestone this month with a couple revelations that had happened today. So I'll give a quick rundown of what had happened today, why it was such a baller day, and I will try to do it with the enthusiasm of someone who is not absolutely exhausted and ready to go to bed. That being said, was up at 5 a.m. I've gotten up on time with the alarm that I set 5 out of the last 7 days. It is no coincidence that 5 out of the last 7 days I have sent a text into my accountability partner to say, hey, I'm going to wake up and send you a video of myself getting up to the alarm at this time. The other 2 days were the weekend days, and I wanted to get up at like 6:30, but I didn't end up. I ended up sleeping through those alarms because I did not have any punishment or social credibility that was on the line. The punishment is a $500 donation to a charity that we don't agree with. And but honestly, more so than the $500, it's like the social deranking that would happen, or sort of like standing in the eyes of the mentor and friend that I am sending the message to. So was up on time today, got right after it. Morning prep work was really just call prep for 2 sales calls that I had today, and then organization of notes that I had over the weekend. We've been learning lots of new things over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. 2026 has just been incredible so far in terms of cramming business knowledge into the cranium. So I'm trying to like write down as much as I can so not everything gets lost in like Fathom call recordings and just into the ether, never to be seen again. So I try to make the most important notes, but when you take a lot of notes, it's another job organizing them as well. It's actually what I just wrapped up doing. We had a great call right before this with JP. He runs Meteor, the EA company that placed my EA. We just did kind of like, not necessarily like an onboarding call, but just like a coaching call on how to onboard your EA, because my EA is starting in exactly 2 weeks. So we went over just like how to do a proper onboarding, how to make it work really well. And that was awesome. I just went, basically, we had that call at 5 today, and then finished up the call at 6. I went and answered a bunch of messages, came back, made dinner. I just chucked a pre-made meal into the microwave, but I made dinner and then just sat down and watched the video back, took notes, and then uploaded those notes into our master doc. But this morning was some different note organization as well. So that was the call prep and note organization was from 5:30 to 9:30. 9:30, one of our team members who runs post-production, I actually hired her a month and a half ago, so she's like pretty new. She was bringing me a big suggestion in terms of how to streamline some of our processes in post-production, which I was super happy to see. She was like, hey, here's a problem. Here's my solution. This is what I think should happen. So I was stoked about that. Had a one-on-one with an editor and our post-production manager after that. And then we had our L10 call from 10 to 11:30, which is through EOS with all of our leadership team members. I love the L10 call so much because we always get so much done. The agenda is personal win and business win from everybody. Go over the scorecard, which is like, did we win the week? Go over rocks, are we winning the quarter? Any headlines, so like client wins, team wins, employee wins, etc. That are cool for everybody to know, good or bad. And then to-dos from the past week, did we do them? And then there's a section called IDS, identify, discuss, solve, when it comes to issues. So like nothing's going to be perfect inside of the company. The company's certainly not going to be perfect, but we pick our biggest issues and we flesh through them as a team, and then basically pick to-dos from like, so we basically, hey, here's a big problem, chunk down the solution, and then assign to-dos in order to make the solution come to life. So I love that call. We always get so much done. It was rated either a 9 or a 10 by everybody on the call. We always rate the call at the end, which is really good. Then I had a sales call, and then I had team one-on-one, answered my inbox, and then had sales call, which one of them closed, which was like, it was like the third sales call we had. We have a relatively longer sales cycle. She's incredible. We're going to be doing a ton of great work together, which put us actually on track for a really big milestone month. I'm honestly like, part of me thought about not saying this on this video because oh, like, oh, you're gonna jinx it or something. I think the more I go on, the more I try and get away from like superstitious type behaviors, putting in the work to be able to make this happen. But there's a real chance that we do $100,000 this month. That had this one to kind of like push us over the edge to make that happen. And I'm really excited to see if we can pull that off. But either way, so those 2 sales calls. Then we had our social media school call, which is basically where I go in and do a coaching session. And the calls, those have been getting fire. Like the chat was lighting up. There was 117 comments live on the call during a 60-minute call today, which I thought was really cool. It's a free group and people keep joining week over week. So sometimes when it's a paid group, even when people don't want to be there, they'll join because there's already some level of like sunken cost where they've like put money into something. So they want to make sure that they're getting the most out of it. When it's free and people keep joining month over month, that's how I know that it's like somewhat valuable. So I want to keep making those calls more and more valuable. We've been taking community member feedback, engaging more of the members, and it's honestly been really cool. So that was from 4 to 5. 5 to 6 was EA training call, and then messages, dinner, watch the EA training call back, take notes, organize notes, and come to this whiteboard to do the video today, which we're honestly right on the money. 8:49, getting tired. Yeah, definitely a really solid day. The lesson that I learned from today is a reminder to lead with value in everything that you do. Like whether there's something I didn't quite understand when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad for the first time when I was 17, and that was he who gives the most gets the most. And I was like, why is this person saying it? It didn't quite make sense. And then it clicked. When you lead with value and be an asset everywhere you go, more people want to be around you and in your presence, and you effectively level up every time that you're giving. Because if you want to be an asset to higher level rooms, well, you have to become more of an asset, be more valuable. And if you keep giving, more opportunities will start to open up. But the worst way to do it is with those selfish intentions. And I've noticed every time that I've like tried to tap into that giver mentality just for the sake of my own personal gain, it doesn't work the same way as when you genuinely want to just give. So whether that's sales calls, whether that's the community calls and stuff that we do, I always want to be lean with value. And the examples that I left for the Monday calls and the sales call. So that being said, 8:50, wrapping up a really good and complete day. I'm going to stretch, brush my teeth, read one chapter of the 5 Temptations of a CEO, which I'm almost done with, and then I'm going to go to bed, and it's going to be awesome. I'll wake up again tomorrow at 5. So see you tomorrow.